Here's what they do. I'm sorry, I'm just going to tell it the way it is, all right? You can like me or not, I don't care. John's already paid me. Here's what they do. People call in and they tell them everything. You know, watch this. Tell me about the yard. Oh my God, it's a big yard. What do you think, honey? We didn't want a big yard. Yeah, hang up on the jerk. Oh man, I'm not going to tell them it's a big yard anymore. Well, tell us about the yard. Well, this is a really small yard. Oh honey, we wanted a big yard this time. We got a garden. We got those dogs and stuff. Hang up. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. See, when you start telling people stuff, you start eliminating yourself. So if we're not going to tell them, what would we have to do? We'd have to ask a question. Hi, I'm calling about this house. You know what, that's a really nice home. Let me check and see if it's even still available. What did I just tell you? Wow. That house might be gone already, honey. I hope it's still available. See how they're listening differently? Okay? I'm calling about this house. Are you calling off one of our ads or off the internet? I'm on the internet. Oh, wonderful. What was it about that ad that caught your eye? What was it about that you saw on the internet that you liked? Well, we went and looked at the virtual tour and it has all that kind of stuff. Listen, if you liked it on the virtual tour, wait till we see it in person. What did I just do? Meet the caller. How long did it take, everybody? You get what I'm saying? A couple of questions, seconds. See, too many people make this job way too hard. Way too hard. Okay? Well, I've shown these people 60 homes. You have a buyer agency? No, I was going to wait to bring that up. Until what? They shot you? You're going to wait to bring it up? I'm just kind of curious. Are you under contract or obligation to work with any other agents at this time? Well, no, we're not. Have you seen any homes you like? Yes, we did. What happened? We made an offer with them. I thought you just told me you weren't working with anybody. Do they say things like that? Yeah, I told Ron on the way in because we carpooled together. I said, because he's new in the real estate business too, so I invited him and John said I could bring him. Buyers are liars. Have you ever heard that? Sellers are storytellers. Okay? Now, I don't think they want to lie intentionally. I don't think they want to tell you stories intentionally, but guess what? They're afraid of us. You know how I know? Pick up the phone and call them. What do? Caller ID or hang up on you. Go to their house, knock on the door. They'll open it just a little bit. What do you want? Want to sell your home. Go away. Okay? They're afraid of us. So isn't that cool? I want you to get this. I've personally door knocked on over 20,000 doors. They're afraid of us. So if we show up on their front porch and we put a smile on our face, does that send a different message than if we show up and make them look afraid of us? Okay? Now if the window's right here, should I come right up to it, put my nose on it so it's squished? They're not going to open that door, are they? So you got to take a step back. So it's like, well, if I open the door, they're not going to jump in and kill me. All right? Now, is it appropriate to knock on doors? Yeah, if their FSBOs are expired. Because they got a problem. Guess what you got? A solution. Because what do you bring? Results. Write that down. I produce results. Okay, and anybody that doesn't write that down, leave now. Because this is just for people that are winners and people that want to produce results. The remedial class will be on the yellow bus. Okay? So what do you produce?
Results.
Right on. All right. If I'm in real estate and, oh, I love people, as soon as people tell me they love people, I know they haven't worked with them. It's like, no, there's a newbie. All right? You have passion, you have joy for what you do, but people will wear you out. And if you don't teach people how to treat you, guess what? They'll mistreat you. And so I've got folks that I've coached and they were brand new. One little gal, Melinda, from the Grand Rapids area. Her broker told her nobody ever makes more than $10,000 in their first year in business. And she heard me speak and she told me that. And she said, what do you think about that? I said, I think you should transfer. Because if that broker's attitude was nobody makes more than $10,000 the first year in the business, what do you think she could make? Think she can make 20? Think she can make 50 when the broker's telling you never make more than 10? To get that, she needed to get out of that toxic environment. That's why you're at a great company here.
Yeah, I got very convincing to make at least 12.
Yeah, there you go. At least $1,000 a month, right on. To start out with, no question. Okay, now, if you don't know this in real estate, because some of you are new, okay, I don't know if John shared with you or not, but you don't get a steady paycheck and you don't get a car.
Sorry, guys, that's on new people coming in from today on, so.
But guess what you can get? You can get a steady paycheck and you can drive any kind of car that you want. If you find it important enough. Okay, I started real estate in 1979. I bought a Cadillac Fleetwood d'Elegance Brougham. My car cost more than the homes I was selling in River Rouge, Southwest Detroit. And I would pull up, and you know what a lot of people in Taylor would say? Oh, Elvis has a car like that. And I'd say, well, if you listen to me, I'll take you for a ride. And then when I got to sign a listing, guess what I said? Thank you very much. Okay, I wanted to just demonstrate to you that you can have fun in this business. And guess what? If you're confident and you have fun, do you think people want to work with you? You bet they do. Okay, but if you show up like, God, I really need this deal, I'm losing my house, I'm losing my dog, I'm losing everything. Are they going to work with you? No, go to the bank when you need money. That's when they don't give it to you. Okay, they give it to you when you don't need it. Isn't that crazy? So you go into the listing presentation, you go to meet the buyer, and you act like, I'd like to work with you, but I'm not really sure if I want to. Now, you don't say that, but you have that attitude. I really want you to get that. This is a big distinction between agents who become great in this business, good, better, best, okay, and the people who get stuck. Because people think they have to go on a listing appointment and get the listing. They think they got to meet a buyer and make the sale. No. Okay, let me clear this up for you right away. You're not going to get every listing. You're not going to make every sale. Got it? Just not going to. Ron and I held a house open 2 weeks ago on Sunday. This guy came through. He filled in the open house form, he put his name, his phone number, his email, and he checked off the box that we have on there, are you working with another agent? He said, no. Guess what he did yesterday? He presented an offer through his brother-in-law. Gee, he forgot. That's hard to do. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? See, so they fill stuff out. Now, why did he check off he wasn't working with another agent?
He's going to use you.
Because he was going to use me, because he thought if I check off and work with an agent, if I'm here, maybe you'll get excited, maybe you'll tell me stuff about the home, maybe, you get what I'm saying? See, so people do stuff for their own reasons, they do stuff for their own motivation, you got that? Doesn't mean they're lying, it just means they're doing stuff for their own motivation, their own reason. So every single one of us has a favorite radio station, and that favorite radio station is WII, what's the rest of it, John? FM. What's in it for me? And that's what people are. They're self-motivated. Okay? This is really hard, okay? But I want you to get this. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about us. You know what they care about? What we can do for them. Got that? They don't care about us. We come up to their home, we can be happy, we can be nice, we can be all kinds of stuff. They don't care. What they care about is, are they going to be better off because they work with us? Got that? So jot that down. I want to leave everybody with the feeling they're going to be better off by working with me. If you feel like you're going to be better off by working with me, do you think you might want to work with me? And if you say, this guy's a jerk, I'm out of here, see, it happens. And guess how fast it happens? In just a few minutes. So if I show up, and I tell you how great I am, and I tell you about all the listings and sales I have, and I tell you about our company, and I tell you. Are you interested in me, or are you more interested in you? So when I say I'm just curious, what's causing you to make a move at this time? Am I talking about me, or am I talking about you?
Talking about them.
Have you ever worked with a realtor before? What am I talking about? You. What was the best thing the realtor did for you? Do you see this, everybody? Not only did I ask questions, but I asked questions that were focused on you. And so you say, I like this realtor. I like you because they're making me feel better. Because your focus is on them. So if you show up and you talk at them, what do you learn about them? Nothing, and that's what you get paid. But when you show up and ask them questions, you learn everything, and they'll hire you. Got that, everybody? Now there are some people, like the poop story, okay, maybe we're not going to take that listing. Maybe another realtor's going to take that listing, and I'm going to tell Carl, I wish you the best of luck, I don't specialize in poop listings that are overpriced, But let me recommend you some other realtors that rarely sell something because they won't sell yours either. They specialize in overpriced listings that don't sell. And then 6 months later, I come back and save the day like Mighty Mouse. All right? So the truth is, I kind of say something like that, really. Carl, listen, I'm clear that you're not really serious about selling at this time. You kind of want to test the market, and good for you. You've got time to do that. Unfortunately, I don't. I've got sellers that are serious about selling. I've got buyers that are serious about buying. And I've given my commitment to work with the folks that are most serious at this time, especially in this Michigan economy. So why don't you test it out with another realtor, another company, and then if they're lucky enough to sell it at that price, good for you. And Carl, I want to ask you a question. See, I have the courage to tell you the truth. You may not like what I'm telling you, but I always tell you information based on the record, based on facts, based on information that banks and appraisers must by law look at. So if 6 months from now, these folks don't pull a magic rabbit out of a hat and sell your home for this price, can I be the next realtor?
Sure.
Guess what I just did? Do you see how I already set up? Let somebody else waste 6 months of their time beating you up to get it priced down. Then when you get serious, call me back, please. Isn't that cool, everybody? See what I'm telling you? You don't get them all. Sometimes you don't want them. Sometimes you want them to go work with somebody else, and then they call you back and say, we should have listened to you. Can you come out and list it? Well, I'm not sure now.
The price just went up.
The price went up, right. All right. Who's calling? Is it possible you might get some first-time buyers, some experienced buyers, or some curious neighbors or potential sellers?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so check this out. When someone calls, I say, I'm just curious. How did you happen to call? We called off the sign. As soon as they say we called off the sign, guess what I ask them if they is? Is you a neighbor? Okay. Are you a neighbor? The reason I ask is because lots of times when we, hey, how you doing? Come on in. We got a seat over here. I think all the good seats are taken. It's like church. You got to come early to get the back seats. All right, right here. That's a good one. Or you can get one of these nice ones here. And the people in the front row will tell you I'm pretty friendly. Okay. All right.
There were two other agents sitting there, but they don't, so they...
Thank you so much for coming. Your first name is?
Lakeisha.
Kisha. Thank you very much. Okay, listen. I'm glad to meet you also, seriously. I love the way she walked in. Okay? You know what most people do? At this moment in time, they start thinking, well, should I go or not? I've already missed a little bit. Yeah, screw it. I'm going home. Am I right? Like Cartman. I'm out of here. All right? But she showed up. Okay, not only did she show up, but she walked in, she looked in the back, and she said, crap, all the seats are full. What do I do now? I actually invited her to come up to the front, and she did it. Is that like awesome or what? See, we were talking about confidence. You just demonstrated it. Now, I want you to get this also. Okay, when Keisha walked in, Keisha or Kissa?
Like kiss.
Kissa, okay? She walked in, she didn't walk in like she was trying to hide. Have you ever seen people do that? Big people try to get small, they don't notice you. Oh yeah, right. We're not going to notice you, we're the only one walking around up here. She walked in with confidence. Isn't that cool? Okay, everybody stand up. All right? Put your chest out, shoulders back a little bit. All right, now take a deep breath. Exhale. Have a deep breath. Exhale. Okay, now deeper, slower breath. Ready? Hold it. Now exhale. All right, now have a seat. Now watch this. You just did a yoga exercise. Isn't that interesting? How do you feel? 3 breaths. And isn't that interesting how you oxygenated yourself? So at the end of the day, when you're going on a listing appointment, you've been working hard all day, you're going to meet with a buyer, you've been working hard all day, don't forget to breathe. Because when you breathe like we just did, look how fast it was, seconds. Most people don't breathe. That's why they get exhausted. Okay? You know what they do? They sit at their desk. They're on the computer. They're at their desk, they're on the computer, they're typing, they're doing this, they're picking up the phone, they're talking. How much breathing do you think happens when you're all crunched up like this? No wonder you're exhausted at the end of the day. Yeah, but when you stand up and breathe, okay, now I tell you this for a reason. Okay, jot this down. This is a keeper. This is a money maker. Breathe. If you answer or call people on the phone and you're sitting down and you're all crunched up, guess how you sound when you're on the phone? Crunched up and small. But if you're making your calls and you're on the phone, do you see how all of a sudden you've extended your body, you've extended your energy? And people pay for energy. Okay, I'll prove it to you. Anybody here ever go to a concert?
Yep.
Did you pay more for the ticket than you could have bought the CD for? How come? Because like if you go to a concert, they sing and then they leave. But if you pay for the CD, you can play it over and over again. Why'd you go to the concert? Because the energy of the concert. Isn't that interesting? People pay for energy.